Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Will it fit? The answer, of course, is no. It will not fit. Ooh, I don't think this would pass. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to BeamNG.drive. That's right, I'm your host with the most, TheChronicToast, and today we're going to be taking a look, in particular, at some scenarios. Today we're going to be taking a look at Nimble Pessima, and it states, try out the Pessima ZX with all-wheel steering. You'll be taking it through a handling course that requires great maneuverability. The difficulty is hard. The authors are BeamNG. The creation date is October 14th, 2015, and the map is Industrial Site. So without further ado, let's see how this goes. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're here with the Nimble Pessima. We're going to go up here and press that start button and just kind of meander through just to kind of get a good look at the vehicle, kind of get a good gander at what we have here. You can see as we rotate the wheels here to the left, the rear wheels move just a little bit. That's pretty darn exciting. So there is a little bit of limited rear wheel drive capability as far as steering on this car, which is cool. It's very, very gutless. Not fantastic. It drives around all right. It handles pretty good. The rear wheels you can really see kind of kicking out there as we drive around and do different things. And that's kind of interesting. We've seen this on vehicles in the past historically, kind of coming through the early 90s, late 80s with some interesting things that have happened around. And it looks like we're basically going to be dodging cones and trying to go through 33 checkpoints and just generally trying to make this work relatively well. So I'm pretty stoked about that. So we're going to restart and we're going to kind of dive into how we roll through this. So first things first, we're going to try this in third-person view, automatic transmission, and really give it our best effort to get through this completely. Might take a few tries, but we're going to go for it and set a time here on this track, on this challenge. Then we're going to go into first-person view, try it again, see if we can't do better, and then if we need to, we'll take a look at doing manual transmission. But for the moment, let's dive on in. It's what we're here for. Let's see how this goes. You ready? I'm ready. Oh, yeah, rev it up, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah, that's right. Getting this Nimble Pessima to get kind of cruising through here. And it really likes to float a lot. That's unexpected, but not too surprising. So we're going to be hitting cones probably. And we can slide the rear end. Oh, that's a nightmare. Ick. There we go, sliding that around. Oh, we did a little bit. I am horrible at this. Ick. Oh, this car's suspension really wants to bind up, and it's not really the car's fault. It's really my fault for not really kind of, oh, golly gee whiz. The transmission and the way this wants to get up and go is it doesn't. And there we go. It does not want to shift. Wow. Ugh. Golly gee whiz. Oh, wow. Ick, ick, ick. Well, there we go. We're out a little bit. I think we're probably going to need another effort here to try to get going faster. This car just does not really want to get up and go at all. Oh, we got to go back through. Oh. Trying to get this car to turn. It's not ideal. Oh, we're missing it. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is not good. Not good at all. We're just trying to get up and, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, this is embarrassing. This is a little bit not great. A lot of bit horrible. Kind of put your names up. Oh, we missed it. These are very intriguing that they're not exactly where I expect them to be. Oh, so there's a cone missing here, and we got to go through this way apparently. But yeah, I actually don't know where we got to go now. Or do we miss it? It's back there. We got to spin around, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we're gonna reset this. We're gonna give it one more chance here, probably a few more in all honesty. And we're gonna see if we can't get this car to handle a little bit better. Now, I have taken a quick gander at the first few parts of this track, as far as the checkpoints and kind of the cones and where we kind of have to make the car pivot, but I'm going into this relatively blind. It has been a long number of years, 5 years since I've even tackled this challenge, so I'm a little bit rusty. And this car handles like a pile of garbage. Ugh, man. They got some really cool rear wheel steering technology there. That's legitimately interesting and cool. Always exciting to see that. The car does not want to brake very well. It really likes to understeer. And, at low speed, I get it, right? It looks interesting, it looks good, but the front wheels do not grip, and generally speaking, it's just uninspiring, sloppy, and while I'm not a car reviewer, I do not like this particular car. I'm not trying to use the e-brake this time around, just trying to use the front of the car to get it to go. And I got to be honest, the e-brake does not. I feel like the rear end of this vehicle is not situated and set up suspension-wise like it really should be. It doesn't handle particularly as I'd expect, and that's a problem, right? I want to make sure that I can have confidence this car is going to handle a certain way, and it just feels unpredictable. Now, part of that is because, oh gosh, that is not the e-brake. There we go. Press the wrong item. And get the camera reset. We're going around this way, and we're going to the right, I guess. Yeah, we're going up this way through the dirt. I don't think that's going to help the handling on this car. Over here to the right, just trying to keep an eye on where these items are going, and hanging through here to the left, and over here to the right. Okay, around the score of it. This is just me not knowing. I could probably get a better time if I was more familiar with this track. But at the moment, oh wow, just no traction on the tires, uninspired handling. If I was given a review, I would say do not buy this car. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. And there's the finish line through the dirt. Golly. Ick. 1 minute, 49.86 seconds. Ugh. Not fantastic. But, you know, it is what it is. We're going to try to go into the interior view. But, ladies and gentlemen, you know, as horrible as the lap was, we should be doing better this time around, right? We should have a better idea of the course. We should be a little bit faster just on that point. So we're going to try to get here in first person, automatic transmission, and see how this goes. This interior is not bad, you know, for a 90s, early 2000s budget style car. A lot of plastic, a lot of, you know, synthetic materials, but it's all right. It's good to go. And let's see how it goes. I don't think it's going to be that much more amazing. The car just does not handle well, and I don't get a better sense of that handling as you sometimes do when you go into first-person view. The weight transfer it feels wrong. We're going to pop the e-brake, spin around. There we go. Now we are being a little bit more aggressive, getting that back end to slide out to kind of get through some of these, trying to get that front portion of the car where we need it to be. Words are hard, and yeah. Just, I don't know. I'm at a loss because there's a lot of torque steer going on and understeering, and the car just is not, it's not happy. It's not happy with the situation. I'm not happy with the situation, but we're trying to do our best. We're trying to make it work. We're trying to rev it up a little bit there, trying to get this thing to go. We are familiar with the course, which is helping, and is probably going to give us a better time. We are using the e-brake a little bit more. And, oh gosh, now we're pegged in here. We're Austin Powers. There it is, trying to find that reverse gear. It does not like to shift. Here it is, revving it up. Can we get it to go? We're going to the left-hand side. We're going to have to make a big, giant sweeping turn here. Going around here, not to go into the brush. Hang out right here, a little bit of a blind right-hand corner. Here we go on up into the warehouse. I think they're trying to want us to do a little bit of Gymkhana style stuff, you know, like Ken Block would do with the WRXs and all of that. But I don't think this is the right car for that. I don't think this is really meant for this particular style of work or this job. I don't think it's going to be a good idea. So we're revving for it. The car is handling badly. I think something is broken. I'm not quite sure what. It really does not want to go straight. The back end is kind of swinging around. And there it is, 143. And I think with that, that is definitely faster. I don't know if that's for sure contributable to the first-person view. It probably is a little bit there. Feels a little bit more natural, which is all right. But you know what? We're gonna kind of go over here to the retry, and we're gonna try to put this into a manual transmission mode. This is probably gonna make this a little bit slower. Now that's less ideal, but it's all part of the fun. Let's see how that goes. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have the gearing set up. We're sitting here revving it up in neutral, trying to get it to pop into first. There it is, bouncing off the rev limiter into second. Here we go. Trying to make this work a little bit here. And it's not going great. Down into first gear. We're really just kind of bouncing off first gear. It's not fantastic. The car has a bit more power. We're not really struggling with the... We're going to restart that. That did not go well at all. So I think we're going to be struggling with first and second gear on this particular car. I don't. We're going to see. We're going to see how this goes. We're going to rev it up a little bit here. We really want first gear to be a little bit more length and depth to it, and it just doesn't exist. And then second gear just really, there's not enough there for what we're trying to do on some of these maneuvers here, which is not fantastic. So we could leave it in second gear. I don't think it's going to really handle to the best situation. We want jumping into first there. There we go. Avoid the light pole over here on this side. Kick that rear end around. There we go. Ranking a little bit faster. Doing it a little bit better. Revving up here. It's hard to get those cues sometimes. Here you go onto the brakes, into the first gear. And we want to go left-hand side here. We really want to spin this around. And we want to go this way now. Can we get it to work? I don't think so. Not so fantastic. There we go. We're free. We're free. We're free. Get a little bit of straight line speed over here. And not fantastic. We're missing it. We're missing it. We got it. We got it. We got it. Here we go. And let's see what's going on. Not really sure why that menu popped up there. Probably clicked the wrong button. And there we go. Yeah, this is definitely, I feel like it's going to be a lot slower. We're bouncing off the rev limiter, which is probably going to get a few comments in chat about, why are you bouncing off the rev limiter? It's just hard with this car. There's not really a lot of good visual cues. Audio cues are definitely there, but again, first gear and second gear, I wish they were a little bit closer together. And yeah, we already messed this one up. Went the wrong way. Don't really know that course this well, but we're gonna see. This is not gonna be going that well. But ladies and gentlemen, this is all part of the fun. This is all part of the adventure. Really just trying to going through these scenarios in a first, realistic first glance, just like any of you would really kind of tackle them if you were running into them as you would in the game. And that's really kind of what I enjoy about this. It's a way to re-experience this game just a little bit myself, going through the scenarios. And at the same time, it's definitely an experience. Now, this is 149.96, just a hair of a second slower than doing this normally in third person. I think we could improve upon our our third person time. I think we could definitely improve upon our third person time without any issues with an automatic transmission. But I think even with the transmission being as not ideal as you'd want it to be with first and second gear, really not having the range and the overlap and the split that you'd hope for, I think still going that route in a third-person view is going to be your fastest time. And I really want to speak to that here just a little bit as we go into free roam and really just kind of make this work, put it back into arcade. Here we go. And it really, honestly, it's one of the situations where I think you're going to get better control, as horrible of a control as it is. I think you're going to get a better control over just when the wheels go into that torque steer, when they kind of go into that power band, back and forth, and do different things. Whereas when it's in an automatic transmission, it is an absolute definition of a slush box. It is not good. It is not good at all. It is not a good feeling. It's searching for gears at the worst possible times, and you really want the front end to break free or to regain traction and really do a lot of good, different, goofy things. Now, this car is interesting. I think it's really cool from a technological standpoint. It really mirrors a lot of what you would see in some of the different vehicles. I don't know if at a certain high speed, the rear wheels lock out. I think a lot of them would lock out at above 25 or 35 miles an hour, but we're not really seeing that here. So it's interesting. It gives a little bit more nimbleness, which is pretty darn cool. And it handles pretty interesting. So, ooh, jumping over there, doing some good, interesting things. So what do you say we get a little bit of speed on this and really just kind of wreck it on up? We've already blown out the radiator. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Will it fit? The answer, of course, is no. It will not fit. Ooh, I don't think this would pass very many safety standards either. Engine's still doing its thing, but we do not see any of the wheels spinning. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for stopping on by for another episode here as we take a look at another scenario within BeamNG.drive. This one was not potentially that exciting in terms of viewership, so I understand the views counts will be a little bit low, but I think it'd be an easy way to kind of ease back into this series, as it has been a little bit since our last scenario episode. Upcoming, we do have some awesome police chases and a bit more exciting scenarios that have been released over the years from BeamNG.drive, and I'm really excited to dive on in and share those with you. So thank you much again for stopping on by. I hope you have a good one. I hope your weekend and your week are fantastic, and if not, hopefully this helped a little wee bit, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.